Audio Jungle.
The state of insecurity has becoming unbearable in Nigeria. This is where I say good morning to you on today's edition of Bystanders at Newsstands with Michael Adekunle on this platform, Flip TV. Very interesting stories we have on today's front pages of the Daily Trust newspaper and also the Vanguard newspaper. What do you have on Daily Trust newspaper? Let's check it. Okay, on the front page, our gunmen abducted Buhari's in-law in Daura. I repeat, our gunmen abducted Buhari's in-law in Daura. On the rider, security operatives search for kidnappers. Security operatives search for kidnappers. And let's go down the newspaper and see what is there. Emboy governor sacks 824 officials. Emboy governor sacks 824 officials. On Ekiti issue, Ekiti APC suspends Oni for alleged anti-party activities. Police extortion on highways is robbery, says CP. And on the top of the newspaper, I'm talking about the Daily Trust newspaper. Minimum wage, mixed signals across states. Mixed signals across states. And looking at what we have here again, police redeploy Kaduna, Bauchi, Benue, CPs. Police redeploy Kaduna, Bauchi, Benue, CPs. And let's move down to the Vanguard newspaper. Was dishing out this morning very vital information on the Vanguard newspaper at the newsstand this morning. Was the same. Looking at the front page of Vanguard newspaper, labor to federal government, that's what we have here. Labor to federal government, fights unemployment, insecurity, debt burden. Fight unemployment, insecurity, debt burden. Looking at the rider here on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, what do we have? Decries rising inflation, state of infrastructure, 6 review of power sector privatization. Let's look at another one here. New national minimum wage will be fully implemented, says the incumbent president of Nigeria, that will be sworn in on May 29th of this month. New national minimum wage will be fully implemented, says Buhari. Governors compromise to pay 30,000 naira minimum wage. Governors compromise to pay 30,000 naira minimum wage. And let's move down. So the bottom part of the newspaper, cultists on rampage kill guard in Lagos. That's very, very ridiculous. Cultists on rampage kill guard in Lagos. And let's move down to this place. Our carpenters, drivers earned 500,000 as monthly salary. Governor Bello. Let's go there again. I want you to get the story right again. Our carpenters, drivers earned 500,000 as monthly salary. This is highly astonishing. Okay, on the top of the newspaper here, Nigeria can't ban imports amid poverty and hunger. Nigeria can't ban imports amid poverty and hunger. APC suspends Oni over anti-party activities. I am not aware of suspension, says Oni. I am not aware of suspension, says Oni. We have a lot of stories on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Let's join our reviewers because they are waiting and very, very eager to speak at the newsstands today. I'll be right back.
My major concern here is the abductions of the president's in-law, to say. I think it gives a signal that if you're not safe in your house, inside your own room, it means even on the street, perhaps you're not safe. But I still want to assure Nigeria that one man cannot fight this. we have a role to play. Like they say, when you see something, you say something. But that doesn't solve the issue of insecurity in the country. I think, one, the political office holders should be checkmate. Because I saw on this paper that governors infiltrate what? Crimes. Governors fuel violence to what? Inflate security votes. And that is a huge sum of money, which is not being utilized. Another thing, we talk of unemployment. I went to school. What am I doing today? Just to put food on my table. There is a saying by an economist who says it is only when a man stops thinking about food, that is when he starts to think properly. Yes. Today you need to worry about one problem or the other. You go out there, even with your certificate, no matter how, let me call you a guru on your field, it does not warrant you getting job in this particular country unless you have the upper hand, no matter your qualification. I've seen an organization where the MD happens to come from the family of the secretary, down to gate man happens to relate to the wife. The MD's qualification is ND, National Diploma. You coming in with BSc to look for a job, it's like a government, a military government trying to overthrow the other government. So I think all these political office holders should be checkmate. There are what? Abuses of power, abuse of everything in this country. But I must be sincere with you. President Muhammadu Buhari, kudos to him. He is trying. I must be sincere to you. Because it is just of recent that we stop seeing billions of trillions of naira looted from this. 100 bank managers. What is his name? Fidelis, someone, Eco Bank, a female. She made away with how many billions of naira? But today, they are no longer on paper. Not being on paper does not mean it's the end, though. The worst is still happening underground. So we all Nigerians should come out, say our mind. If it takes protest, carry placards all over, do it. But it should be what? Violence free. I think when we begin to say our mind, those who are interested, those who need conscience will come to our aid. Because it has gone beyond just immunizing us. We've been immunized several times. We've been sensitized several times. But what about implementations? See, I understand there is a political memorandum. They should not use it to deceive us. Because this is no longer the Stone Age where we have eyes that we cannot see. A child of 17 years today knows how to spend billions of naira if you give into it. So the government should at least do something in the aspect of unemployment, education, health, and insecurity. If these four angles can be touched, we are okay.
But looking at what happened to the president, head of Buhari's Daura district, kidnapped, for this to have happened in the home of the president himself, don't you think this insecurity issue is getting out of hand in Nigeria?
Really, whosoever sees it that way is right. Myself, I am right. For the Buhari's in-law, a whole head of it, it's just like you coming out to tell it's just like you coming out to tell somebody that the Inspector General of Police is being kidnapped. Saying what does the police stand for? It's quite unfortunate. To me, it's a kind of increasing the issue of insecurity. Nobody is safe any longer. Nobody is safe any longer. Apart from that, it was yesterday. You can see it all over. Kidnapped. And I am telling you another thing out of experience. Some of our armed forces superior officers, they are behind this. Have you had a situation where the DPO gives rifle to gang of armed robbers to go and perpetrate their evil? They come back with return. See, like I said earlier, abuse of what? Power and office. It should be checked. Then back to the issue of this Buhari's adoption. it calls for all Nigerians to stand up. Secure yourself. Secure yourself.
Not even expecting the security to secure you.
No security. If there is, this would not have happened. But our people used to say something that when the head is sick, the whole body is sick. So this is an example. For an in-law to the president, a district head used the equivalent to a governor in a religious or other aspect for him to be kidnapped. Does he sit alone in his house? Are there no guards in the house? Forget about the local government or the state entirely. It starts from the grassroots. From there, it's developed. Now it's affecting everybody. The only people with security, the rich. Yes. The rich has excess security. I think whatever business people have been kidnapped, poor students and all that. Have you ever heard where a senator was kidnapped? House of Reps member, councillor, the governor's children. The fact is that they are not here, they don't stay here. But what about those who stay here? They have the money, the financial ability and all the resources to take them out. What they want is just to destroy this place, and at the snap of your finger, they are out of it.
Well, Ngige has been kidnapped before, the former governor of Anambra State.
If you compare that time to this time, my brother, is like you are going back to when we used stone to count 1, 2, 3 before piling them together. Yes. If I am wrong, you tell me. That was then. You see infrastructural development and other things. Lagos is a very good example to be used. But it's still another example to be used where evil is being perpetrated every day. You understand? As at the time of Ngige, if you go behind it, his political associates are behind his kidnap. But not this for financial reason, or how do I call it? The worst part is even after the ransom, they kill. So it's a heavy problem. It's a worrisome something that if you think about it, you go mad. It makes me go insane. I tell you, I get Kogi State, Benue State, other states. My brother, to be sincere with you, I don't know what they are doing. I am from Benue State. I can tell you there is nothing like dividend of democracy in the whole of that state with the 23 local government area. A situation where the daughter to the ex-Senate president who ruled for 8 years, since the history of democracy in Nigeria, David Mark, I'm telling you, he ruled for 8 years as the Senate president. The in-law, Dr. Innocent Onu, came in as chairman of the local government area for 8 years. He left without putting down a block of classroom. Yes. Now the daughter came as member of representing House of Representatives. There is this 70-kilometer road length from Motupo to Ogbadibo, whatever. It was awarded to the daughter of the ex-Senate president for a very long time, worth billions of naira. We hardly use bicycle to pass there today. Where is the fund? You have no access to a particular community. How do you talk of security? You have no access to that community. How do you talk of health? I tell you, in a month, pregnant women died. Several of them died because of what? Inaccessible road, no hospital. I had an experience where the general hospital was on strike for about a year, 6 months. No payment of salary. And as I'm telling you till now, government school is not functioning. But allocation is coming. Where is the money? You only see the money during election. Where they call you, go and kill that person, I will give you Okada, I will give you bus. They do that and collect Okada and collect bus. I am angry. I'm a Nigerian. Nelson Mandela said he is not an Africa because he has black skin, but he's an Africa because he is an Africa. I am happy being an Africa, but I wish I come from another side of Africa, not Nigerian.
You're not happy being a Nigerian?
I am not happy being a Nigerian. I am telling you, but they can still make me happy. They can make each and every one of us happy. When you have something doing, you leave your house in the morning, go to office, Your coming back will be what? Later in the evening. Do you have the time to think, let me go and steal, let's do this? You don't have that time. The only thing that comes to your head is how to eat, sleep. Even if there is no food, believe the next day there will be food. But they said an idle work is the devil's workshop. For you to sit, fold your arms from morning till night, nobody feeds you, you can do anything. They say a hungry man is an angry man, and you know what the lion do whenever it's hungry. So I don't put all the blame on, let's say, the Nigerians, but our political office holders should please minimize their pockets. They should minimize their accounts. I have somebody who bought a Toyota Tundra for about 74 million naira. If you look at the total population of that community, they are not up to 5 million. What is wrong in calling everybody together 10,000, 5,000? And how someone can do business with 3,000 naira? Yes, buy trade and become successful. Dangote started from somewhere and today he made it. What are we saying? They say they are doing that in not this, that. It talks about marginalization. By the time you take money to one set of people because they are facing whatever, what about the other people? I understand in Maiduguri, whatever affected areas where there are IDPs and whatever, there are allocated to them on monthly basis. But do you know what? 30% only gets to them. The director takes 10%. The recipient receives nothing less than 30 to 25% of what is being allocated to them. Today they tell you farmer traders money, or I don't know what they call it. But do you know you have to pay 25% on that particular money you're collecting? How about before giving it to you? There are processes involved. They collect money from you. It's a private organization in disguise using government name. Do you understand what I mean? It's a private profitable intention. They have intention to collect from people. By the time you continue to give me 100 naira every month for 5 years, do you know how much I've collected from you? How much are they taking? If you want to help, do it. God gave us life. What are we paying back? And there is a popular saying that says, after God is government. Our political leaders are not emulating the footsteps of our past hero. I call them hero because they are what you see today. Yes, they are what you see today. A fulfilled government is that government that bridge the gap between the poor, between the rich and the needy. In terms of essential things like good health, security, education, basic need, food and clothing. I can wear one cloth for, I don't care. But food, can you do without food for even a week? Kids not minding their own pocket, not with the intent of what? Looting public funds. Yes, a lion begot what? Lion. Even if you must loot, from 100%, do 80%. Take 20% that belongs to up to 20-30 people. Take it alone. We will be happy that yes, you've done at least one or two things. But taking the whole pot of soup meant for a whole family, only you, my brother, God will punish that person.
Thank you so much for your contribution on Bystanders at Newsstand.
Past leaders in the country have not really helped matters, and even when you see you and some other people making comments, most of them seem incorrigible to what people say. They don't react. You get what I'm saying? You can see the level of insecurity in the country. You can see the level of unemployment and other social vices. That if you compare averagely what happened in Nigeria with some neighboring countries, you feel sorry to even declare yourself as a Nigerian. So some of us that are of age, we are not really happy coming out to talk even about Nigeria. You get what I'm saying? It's a very serious thing. And even for one to provide solution, it's only difficult to, because we don't even know where we are starting. We don't know where we are starting. A situation where even as of yesterday, some people could take laws even to their hand to approach the town where even the president of a country comes from to adopt his own district head. My brother, nobody say. How government abducted Buhari's in-law in Daura? I've gone through the situation, sir.
It's affecting himself.
Yeah, if you even have relations now that want to travel between Kaduna and Abuja, you better advise them to go by train.
Go by train.
Somebody, my relation was adopted last week and he spent 4 days before he was released. So that is just the situation, my brother. The way we are going about it, I don't know. It's a big problem. So one is not afraid to harm you, but are people listening? Are people ready to have people listening? Are people ready to change the rule of the game? So that all these youths roaming the streets and taking laws into their hands, they get gainfully employed. So that we have serious problem on our hands in Nigeria. Honestly, fight unemployment, insecurity, debt burden. The major issue is even unemployment. Unemployment. When you see, psychologically, if you have set of parents running away from building houses, running away from getting clothes, running away from getting good shoes, just to make sure they send their wards to school. And where you see a family having 2-3 graduates for 2-3 years unemployed, it's sense of signal.
Sense of signal.
So the parents, discouragement will come in, even to take care of the younger ones. Because you see, in those days when we were in school, parents will tell you that they were making effort to send you to school so that when you come out, you'll be able to lend helping hands to the other ones behind you. But when you see graduates staying in parents' houses for 2, 3, 4 years without being gainfully employed, then how do you blame such an individual for not helping others behind? And at the end of the day, you'll be telling, even on the parents. So that we have
serious problem.
We have serious problem on our hands.
So what do you think is the solution?
Revolution will come.
Revolution
will come.
How will it come?
Let me tell you, at the end of the day, people are beginning to realize that the set of leaders we have are the set of people causing this problem. Now we have religion, tribal consideration, and some other vices coming into play, because our leaders have been using all those vices to divide the youths. It will get to a point where somebody from Zamfara will see himself as a Nigerian. He will not see himself as a Muslim, but he will see himself as a Nigerian. He will be ready to sit on the round table with somebody from Cross River State who belongs to a Catholic to see how they can jointly fight the authority that constitute themselves as bizarre lunatics responsible for our illness in the country.
On the issue of Buhari's in-law that was kidnapped, the state of insecurity is becoming something else.
It's not the first to kidnap. Now, what of many that have been kidnapped before? What have we done to it? So even if they kidnap in-law, is good. Make the kidnapper.
ọ̀rọ̀ bí ìlú ìṣerí náà ni nígbà tí gbogbo ẹ̀ kàn di rádaràda èlò lówó ibù gan ọjà gan sí gbogbo ẹ̀ kàn gbogbo nǹkan kàn dàrú àdẹ̀wà mọ nǹkan táwọn ìjọba wa lè ṣe sí at least 30,000 kí lèèyàn fẹ́ fi rà Ìwògo odidi ọjọ́ mẹ́ta gan lásán o ti lè parí pẹ̀lú ìwọ pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀. Kí lèèyàn fẹ́ fi ṣe? Téèyàn bá sọ pé òun fẹ́ tajà ń sìn bó tún gbọ́jà sílẹ̀. Òkú kàkà ni wàá fi rá ìwọ̀n tó wá dìde tí wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ rajà. Nígbà tí ò bá sówó lọ́wọ́ wọn, wàá tún oye tó tún pa wàá tún ná títí kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ogún ọgbọ̀n á tán. So ó yẹ káwọn ìjọba wa tilẹ̀ wò ó ṣe fún wa ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà wa wàhálà ti pọ̀ jù. Àìríjẹ àìríná sí náà àwọn kan á máa tó o bá tún gbọ́jà sílẹ̀ wọ́n á kó wọ́n á tún níbi tó dúró sí yóò dáa. Ẹlòmíín sì kọ́tà yìí ni wọ́n ti ń tajà tí wọ́n fi ń bọ́ fámìlì wọn. Nígbà tí ò bá sówó téèyàn lè fi gba ṣọ́ọ̀bù àbí kéèyàn lọ jalè kó lọ máa ṣaṣẹ́wó ni gọ́fọ̀ bíbá ìyẹn ò ní ṣe tiwa. Káwọn náà wọ́n ronú lásìkò tíjọba tuntun tún ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dé yìí kí wọ́n tilẹ̀ wá ṣàánú wa wọ́n ṣàánú wa orí wàhálà yìí ti pọ̀ jù kò sówó ń ta kò sẹ́nìtì ẹbí gbà tí wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ́ wọlé sí dìbò ìní kan gbogbo ẹ̀ á lọ mọ̀ tí ìrí ń tó lọ o nísìnyí it's true mi tí ìrí anything tó lọ o gbogbo ẹ̀ àti ẹ̀mọ́ bó ṣe rí sí wọ́n wá ro ti Ọlọ́run kí wọ́n wá ṣàánú wa wọ́n jẹ́ kí ohun gbogbo kó yí padà ká máa rí ná ká máa rí lò.
wọ́n ní wọ́n jí nǹkan nínú àwọn èèyàn Buhari wọ́n jí gbé lọ. ó dà pé ètò ìdáàbòbò kò tó nǹkan kan.
ẹ̀rí àwọn kan nísìnyí wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe peace course àbí bí ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ mọ́ ní kó fún wọn lówó wọ́n lè fi kí àwọn èèyàn lè dìde kó tún jẹ́ àwọn security mi wọ́n ní wọn ò lówó ṣé tí wọ́n bá tún táwọn èèyàn náà bá dìde kí wọ́n tẹ̀ tún wo ṣẹ́ táwọn èèyàn tún lè ṣe gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọ́n ti tún gbà pé yes àwọn fẹ́ ṣe wọ́n tún fẹ́ nípìn láti kórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ṣe kínní wọ́n tún dìde wọ́n tún ní àwọn ò lè sanwó kò sówó fún wọn ṣé báwo ni ìdáàbòbò ṣe fẹ́ wà tí security bá tight gan gidi gbo ni wọ́n jí máa ń ṣe kínní kan gbo ló fẹ́ gbé wà àwọn security yẹn gan ló tiẹ̀ yẹ kí wọ́n wà lókè bá wa bẹ̀ wọ́n tún lè fún àwọn bóyá peace corps ni wọ́n fẹ́ tún dìde kó tún sanwó fún wọn irú èyí tí wọ́n jí ṣé mọ̀ pé tí ààbò bá wà níbì kan ṣé ò lè wọbẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tá ẹ̀ fún àwọn tó yẹ kó ṣe nǹkan ẹ̀ fún wọn láàyè ẹ̀ ní kò sówó nígbà ìmùgẹ́ lèmi wọ́n fẹ́ gbé lórí ìdúró it's true náà nígbà tí ò bá sí wípé wọ́n lè jẹ́ kí ààbò wà nílùú wọ́n gbé ẹlòmíì kó kí president wa kó ṣàánú àwọn tó fẹ́ dìde láti ṣe irú peace course yẹn kó fún wọn láàyè kó wọ́n tún ṣe é kó tiẹ̀ tún wò ibo lówó Nàìjíríà wà kó wọ́n tún lè ṣe é kó ṣàánú náà.
Thank you very much. Mommy had spoken well on today's edition of Bystanders at Newsstands. Let's join another person for more views. I'll be right back. We've heard a lot of stories from the Vanguard newspaper and also Daily Trust newspaper at the newsstands. And do join us next time as we bring you a very interesting topic from other Nigerian dailies. Behind the camera is Latif Adeboale, and not forgetting my very good editor in the studio, making sure the work goes on fine, Bamishe Alawo. Till I meet you next time, stay tuned to Flip TV. Bye.